Okay, so I'm gonna start doing. There's a lot of there's stuff that I just want to start working on, uh, lessons and whatnot. And I figure I'm gonna put them out here. You can learn along with me, with that if you're so inclined to. Today I need to learn my scales, and I've already worked on this a little bit. I got away from it, but I do need to get back into it. So I'm doing the natural harmonic minor, just because I like metal. There's another reason why I want to learn this one first too, um, but I'll get that later. So what do I know so far about the scales? So when I first started picking up guitar, learning these, I'm gonna be the same for every beginner. I assume you look at the fretboard and you see all these different spots and all these strings. And you're like, how am I gonna memorize where all these notes are, and learn what to play and whatnot? And one thing I'm starting to realize, maybe I should realize this sooner, it's not necessarily about memorizing the notes. Becoming familiar with shapes and positions is going to help you out a lot more. So you can start recognizing, like, oh, their fingers are in this position. It's going to be a minor key somewhere or something like that. I do not know music theory all that well. One thing that I did learn that is really helpful is if you can learn your octaves. It does help navigating around the fretboard quite a bit, and there's 5 positions, different positions for the natural minor scale for all the scales, and that's just where you start. Root note, different positions. So yeah, the octaves are really easy to find. If you know your basic power chord, which you take this finger and you just put it on whatever string you want, and then you just take this finger or this finger, whatever's easiest, depends on the stretch, and you just put it a whole step up, so it's 2 frets, and then 1 string higher. So it's like this. It's just a weird little. So whatever note that your index fingers are going to be on is going to be your root note. If you're playing a power chord and you put your pinky, like if you didn't, on the string below your other finger, so you're making like this kind of shape. So these 2 fingers will be right here, and then this right here. Then you create an octave with a power chord. So your root and the highest string is going to be the same note. So those octaves are really helpful because it's starting off point. So if you can find that octave, so like right there, make sure you can see this. Playing an E standard, so that's my F. That's an F, and this is an F. So, these 2, your high and low strings are always going to be the same, right? Because of the way it's tuned. E, A, D, G, B, E. So this and this will always be the same. So no matter where you fret the 6th string, if you go to the 1st string and fret the same note on the fretboard, it's the same. So if you want to continue finding octaves, then you can just doop. So let's see right here. when you're doing power chords on with the B string, because I can't remember why off the top of my head, but because it's half step higher than the rest, I believe. When you power chord on that, it's going to be full step, half step, and then right there on the, yeah. So if you can learn that, you can start help getting you up. Because like I said, I don't know, that really just helped me, and I'm only gonna learn 2 of these positions for now. Make it easier. So it's not the most fun practice. Get your metronome. Get your scales. I'll go over this with you real quick. I'm gonna do an A minor, just because it's easier. A minor, A, your first, well, and position 4. I got my nice little cheat sheet over here. So position 4, I don't know if this is the way, but this is the way I've learned it. Position 4 is going to start, your root is going to start on the 6th string. And I'm going to do an A minor, so I just got to find my A. So B, F, G, A. It's going to be the 5th fret. So the thing that differentiates minor and a major scale is just the addition of that flat 3rd. That's how you can tell minor from major. So if I was starting an A major, it would just be 1st, 2nd, A, B. And I don't know the position, the scale for that off the top of my head, but if I'm doing a minor, it's the addition of that minor 3rd. So it's A, B, C. And that's just, it's going to be 6th fret, or not 6th fret, 5th fret, sorry, 6th string, and you just do 5th, 7 for the B, because there's a whole step between that. So the notes in a scale are going to be your 7 notes: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. 7, and then the octave 8. The way that breaks down on the fretboard, a whole step is 2 frets, a half step is 1 fret, and between B and C it's a half step, E and F it's a half step, everything else is a whole step. So if I'm playing my A, the whole step is going to be to that B, A to B, and then that half step is going to be B to C, and that C is the minor 3rd of the A minor. So there's that. Then on the 5th fret, exact same order of notes. So it's the exact same notes, and those notes are, just double check this. So we got D, E, and F. So A, B, C, D, E, F. And then the next, so the first half of the scale with your 8 notes, and the next one is just 4th string, 5th fret, and then you just play a whole step. So you go to the 7th fret. So the first half of that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's just the first half. It does continue. So now we're back to our octave, which is the A, same as this. And starting from that point, third string is you're going to move. So most of these are going to fall all down the same line, but you're going to have your odd ducks like on this string. Your first note is going to be on the 4th fret. And then you just play half step, because that's B, C, right? And then you play your full step so you can get to D. And then for the next one, for the E, it's the same. Again, you play 2nd string, 5th fret, half step, and full step again. And then the very last one just repeats the same as the first one. So there's a note on the 5th fret of the 1st string, whole step, half step. And this is your other octave. Because right, because these two are going to always be the same. And then you just got right here. So for the first position, your octaves are going to be 6th string, 1st string on the 5th fret for A. Those are A's. And then 7th fret of the G string will be your other octave. So what I recommend doing with all these, so we got the first position down. Grab your metronome. This is 90 beats per minute. That's slowish. So then you just start and you try and keep time. Right? So obviously I don't have that down quite right. I was messing up. But yeah, then we can start practicing this. So now that once you get those notes down, this is just only one position really helped me when I'm doing my whatever, just messing around. Because now I know that all these notes are going to be in key. So wherever I am, and that position changes, that whole interval changes. So if I wanted, so A, I can do G minor, G, A sharp, G, A sharp, A sharp, C, D sharp. So now once you know that first position, you can just start moving around, and as long as you know what note this is, you're going to have to know what key you're playing in. But there's more of these. So like I said, I want to learn the first two, and the way I'm going to do this, so I'm doing position 4 and position 5. This is the way I learned it. So we're going to do, when I run the first one, it's going to be, right, just when I get down to that bottom, the very end of it, I'm working my way back up. It's a little bit harder to work backwards. That's why it's good at practice to do that though. So I'm gonna work all the way back to my root, my starting A. Then I'm gonna go. Then when I move on to the second position, I'm just gonna go here, work myself to this first A, this octave right here, which is 7th fret, D string. Okay, so one thing I do know, and this has helped me quite a bit, wherever you start with the octave, so this is going to be the 5th possession, the next possession that connects these two. If you're playing minor, it's going to be the same. So this and this, that'll be in your minor key, major key, sorry. So 5th and the whole set. So your 1st and 2nd, right? And that's always, or if I'm doing minor, right? Right? So yeah, at least the first row will always be the same. Starting out, it'll be the same intervals. Just root, whole step for the major, root, whole step, half in that row for minor. So we'll start right here. And you'll start to see that these positions get quite similar. So yeah, then the next one, 7th fret on my G string is the same pattern. So A, B, C, D, E, F. And now, because it's a B, it's going to shift over a little bit for these next two. Because it's going to be the same two that it was in the first pattern. But it's just, instead of starting on in the 7th, or the fret behind it, the 4th fret it did on the 5th. We're starting on the 8th, and we're going to 10. See, you'll be able to tell when you get the note wrong, because it just doesn't fit right. So after those two, it's going to be, if I got this, if I think I can get this, it's the first 2 times it's going to be on a minor, it's going to be root, whole step, half step, so 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Then when it gets to, it does that twice. This could be wrong as we're going on, I'm just kind of spitballing here. So I'll do that pattern twice, so the first row and then the second row, and then there'll be 2 for your octave and 7th. So then once it gets past those 2, then we just go this pattern, this way again. And then we can, even though we started right here, we can go back up. And that's also just these 2. Working backwards. So, position 5, we'll start that fresh. Start from the octave, go down, A, B. Hope you guys can see this. I got this little meter in my way. start on that octave. So this is our octave again, and this will lead into the next pattern. So just so you know, remember, same pattern to start off. And it's the same below too, so there you go. You also got the start of your next pattern to go. I'm not going to go all the way through that. But we just moved from here to here. That's an A. So you see how much of the fretboard we did just cover, just learning that. So to practice this, like I said, take the metronome, start with quarter notes, and just go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Got distracted. Sorry. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, E, and C. So yeah, just learn that, and then you can move that to wherever you want. So, but when you get to the end of that, so just get to the end real quick. Wow. Work your way back up to the octave. Well, work your way back up to the root. So do the pattern once down and once all the way back up. And then go to the next pattern, work your way down to that second octave. And then we can start on this. So there we go. Longer video. But yeah, I'm just going to do this because I want to get these first two scales down. You can see I'm actually not too bad. At least I know. So like I said, this has been helping me noodle quite a bit. I'm not going to go too far into this. The reason why I like the minor scale so much is one simple shift between a note changes it from minor to Phrygian. And I love the way the Phrygian scale sounds. That one change is just adding a flat 2. Flat 2, so like I said, root, second, but in Phrygian, it's going to be root, half step, because we're going to get that flat 2. So A sharp, C, instead of A, B, C, A sharp, B. And that's the same, so and then after that octave, it's really easy. So instead of playing the 2 when you're doing Phrygian, you just drop that a half step on the, and you add that. So ooh, is that right? Because we're dropping the B out, right? The A sharp, yep. And then it's just the same. So yeah, wow. Sorry, I just got this. I'm just going off the top of my head. So, yeah. A sharp, C, and then D, E, F, G, A sharp. And we're not going back to this one because we're replacing the B with an A. So these 2 are your 2. And then it's just repeat. Simple enough. So now we just know 2 different scales. Wow, that was simple. So yeah, I'm gonna keep up at this when I do have the time. But I'm working so much that usually when I get home, I just want to take around and beat the shit out of my guitars and get some of this vent up energy and anger going out. But yeah, I'm gonna start working on this. I need to work on my chords next, or still work on my chords. I'm gonna do both of those at the same time. And yeah, you can see my transitions are still not good. Anyway, it was a bit longer video, so I hope that's helpful. If not, leave a comment. Let me know what would be more helpful.